In this video, I'm going to share exactly what I did in a 90-day time period, a quarter, to have my first 50K month and to lose 20 pounds. No, this is not just clickbait. This really happened, and I cannot wait to share how I did it. My name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so geeked and excited to have you in my orbit. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new, bear with me. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but I promise insights and gold nuggets are on their way. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, press the notification bell. You'll get notified whenever I publish a new video. What I dubbed my quantum quarter started in August of 2019. So right at the end of last year, I designed it to end right before Thanksgiving because I knew I was going to want to indulge over the holidays. And this quarter, this 90-day time period for me was absolutely magical. Like I said in my intro, I had my first 50K month. I had some really big months otherwise. And I also lost 20 pounds, which was an unexpected and incredible side benefit. See, before I started my quantum quarter, we had just moved from Minneapolis to North Carolina. So we were living out of a hotel with our two kids for a period of about 6 weeks. So we were house searching, trying to get settled in a new state, eating out at restaurants, drinking too often, like not doing anything active, not working out because it's really hard with a tiny little hotel gym and two kids that you have to take care of during the day that aren't in school, don't have care. It was essentially like a downward spiral into lethargy, depression, just like unfocused fuzziness. I was still working during this time, but it wasn't pretty. So I knew that as soon as we were closing on the house that we purchased, this was my opportunity to create an upward spiral of results instead of this like sad and dangerous decline that I had been going on. I took inspiration for my quantum quarter from our trip that we had done earlier in the year to Nepal in the Himalayas. We hiked to Everest Base Camp, my husband, myself, sister-in-law, and cousin. And the thing that struck me as so interesting is that as we were trekking, we had a guide who was incredible, Ian Taylor Trekking, for anybody that is looking to do a similar trek in one of the popular ranges, mountains all around the world. What surprised me was how slow we walked. It was, especially on like the first day, it was almost like mind numbing because we're just like plodding along. We had to stop for tea every 3 hours, stop for lunch, stopped for snacks, for water. We had to drink 5 liters a day while we were trekking. And all of this just took a ton of time, but yet we just kept walking baby step by baby step by baby step. And lo and behold, over the course of the 15 or 16 days that the trek was, we'd covered over 70 miles, gone all the way up to just about 17,000 feet at the top of Kaye Putnam, a little bit lower for actual staying at Everest Base Camp, and then back down. And I realized it doesn't matter how quick you are. It doesn't matter if you put in these like really intense sprints. It's only this like consistent baby step action that creates these really big results. And it creates them with ease and flow. So it doesn't even feel like you're doing much, but you're just taking these baby steps. So I designed my quantum quarter to work in the same way. I put together a list of high leverage habits that were silly easy to complete each day. So things like meditate for 5 minutes, move my body for 10 minutes, drink 3 liters of water, one of which is before I have any coffee or anything to eat, take probiotics, things like this. And I can share more of the list here as we go on. But the key is to make your habit list so easy that you literally have like no excuse not to do it. If you can't sit down and meditate for 5 minutes, you have a problem, right? You should probably meditate for longer than 5 minutes if you can't find 5 minutes in your day to do this. On the business side of my habit list, I said that I would publish something every single day, no matter how unstrategic or unsexy that thing was, just literally showing up somewhere. This typically was Instagram stories for my first quantum quarter. And then I was also making an offer every day. So sometimes that meant that I already had a sales call scheduled. Other times that meant I was sending somebody a DM or following up with a past lead, whatever I needed to do to make a sales offer. I also committed to learning something every day. So sometimes that meant that I listened to a podcast. Sometimes I read a little bit of a book. But again, it was only a 10-minute commitment. So all together, this whole list of habits took no more than 2 hours. And most days it was a lot less. Lastly, I knew that I needed to change what I was fueling my body with. So I committed to no sugar, no white carbs, and no alcohol 6 days a week. And then here's the key. Every week on Saturday, so 1 day a week, I completely took the day completely off from doing any habits whatsoever. I was not allowed to meditate. I wasn't allowed to do anything. I was taking it off, doing whatever I felt I was deprived of during the week. So I always had that day to look forward to at the end of the week. One of the interesting things about my Quantum Quarter is that the first month was actually kind of frustrating because I didn't see a lot of results. Like I think I lost maybe a quick 4 or 5 pounds early, but then it stagnated. And the results in my business didn't really pick up either. Like things were coming in here and there, but nothing to write home about. It wasn't until almost at the very end that everything started to snowball together and it created this quantum or compound effect all together. I have another video where I talk about my first 50K month where I detailed out exactly how I achieved that goal. And on the health side of things, it was just this consistent movement. I knew that I needed some accountability and I needed to make working out less of a thinking process for me. So I joined a CrossFit box and I was going 3 times a week during that Quantum Quarter. Still am. Have like a bruise on my hand to prove it today. And it kind of blows my mind because you don't see that like daily incremental progress until all of a sudden you reach some of these massive goals that you've had for forever. If you'd like a taste of the Quantum Quarter yourself and you don't necessarily want to commit to a full 90 days, I have a 30-day container. It's built for entrepreneurs, so it has a brand building flair and angle to it called the Brand Advantage. In that 30-day sprint, we really focus on that publishing habit, getting visible every day, making offers, and then I also add in a little bit of the lifestyle health stuff with making an improvement or an upgrade every day. It's such a fun, energetic, driven group of people that comes together for those 30 days. All entrepreneurs, growing businesses, some of them just starting, some of them more advanced, but we can all benefit from some more of this consistent daily action that moves us closer to our ultimate goals. If you're interested in checking out the Brand Advantage, check out the link in the description and join the waitlist for the next time that I launch it. I hope this video inspires and guides you to create your own Quantum Quarter and quantum level results. I'll see you in the next video.